Hey watchers, how's it going? Will here with another Marvel video for you. And before we begin, I just want to let you know this video could contain potential spoilers, not just for Avengers Infinity War, but also potentially for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and Avengers 4. So, without further ado, it is time for us to strap on our little conspiracy theory hats, bust out the salt shakers, and discuss the implications that may have come out from a rumored Avengers 4 plot leak. Why the salt shakers, you may ask? Well, that's because everything I discuss here has to be taken with the smallest grain of salt you can find, since the release of Avengers 3, the team behind the film have kept a lot of it very tightly close to the chest. Now, to try and summarize what happened in that rumored plot leak, that we also discussed on a recent Marvel Leak podcast, so feel free to also check that out. But the leak claims that Tony Stark, in an effort to defeat Thanos, decides to build his own Infinity Gauntlet, and gathers the survivors of the snap felt around the cosmos, mainly the Avengers, and decides to use time travel to travel through different points in history to collect the stones and use it to defeat Thanos. Now, what does this have to do with the Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, if you remember the first film, the key item of the film was the Power Stone, which fell into the hands of Ronan before he was defeated and eventually snatched up by Thanos during his raid on Xandar. So, with these implications, if Stark and company managed to get their hands on the Power Stone, that means that essentially Peter Quill will never really get the orb, Ronan never fights the Nova Corps and potentially never dies, and there's no dance-off to save the universe, which is the true tragedy here. Now, what's interesting is what this could mean for two specific surviving characters, Rocket and Nebula. In the rumored leak, it is stated that actually during their time-traveling escapades, that current Nebula, who survived the snap, fights in a battle against Nebula in the past who was working underneath Thanos. So, if they alter the time stream, Rocket may be extremely confused as to who he is with, where Groot is, even why he is fighting, and a lot of the same could be said for Nebula as well. Depending on the timing and location of each stone, a lot of events in the MCU will be twisted or shaken up just for them to end up completing the Stark Gauntlet. So, with this information known, do I personally think it's possible that the Guardians will kind of be rebooted through Avengers 4? Potentially, but not exactly. The nature of the surviving Avengers' impending final bout with Thanos allows for a lot of interactions we have yet to see, like Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel meeting Tony, Steve, Thor, and the rest of the gang. To introduce the time travel aspect may make it convoluted since they seem to be avoiding the, quote, alternate realities option, since I guess that would just be playing on easy mode for the writers. But, if anyone can pull it off, it would be the Russo brothers, Marcus and McFeely. So, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you think the Guardians are going to end up getting a soft reboot through Avengers 4? Also, let me know if you want us to end up going through that rumored plot leak. In detail, it actually sounds almost crazy enough to work on film. While you're there, please give this video a like and subscribe to our channel, Hybrid Network. Make sure you hit that bell and check out our website for more content. I'm Will, and I'll see you next time.